Do you know which is the safest place for your camera and your lenses and all the other equipments to be in? Well, it is definitely not your steel cupboard. It's not your desktop. It's nowhere in your house except in one place. Well, obviously, the camera will be safest when it is away from its enemy. Give me a second. I'll be just back. Okay. हाँ आगे अच्छा साइन करना है ओके थैंक यू भैया Oh yeah, this weighs a lot. Wow. Oof. This is what I was talking about. It's called Dehumidifier Dry Cabinet. Oops, I think that's what they call a dehumidifier in Chinese. It's from a company called ANDBON. Okay. Why do I say a dehumidifier is the safest place for a camera to be? It drives away humidity, and humidity is the biggest enemy of your camera and your lenses. If you happen to leave your camera in a humid condition, especially unused and away from sunlight, that's the perfect breeding ground for fungus. Fungus start growing in the lens element, in between the elements, and in all places possible. And needless to say, it'll soon render your camera and your lenses completely useless. So what this cabinet does is, besides keeping the camera safe and locked up, I mean, of course, you have a lock here, is to remove the excess humidity from the air, thereby restricting any kind of fungus growth in your camera equipment. To see how this thing works, let us power it up. Guys, I need help this time. I can't do it alone. Hey, please, yeah, come over. So here it is, the ANDBON 120 liter dry cabinet. Very well made, simple, straightforward construction. In fact, in a dehumidifier, there is nothing much. There's no great technology. Basically, dehumidifies. That's it. The cabinet works with regular domestic electricity, and this is a 5-volt adapter. And a 120 liter ANDBON dry cabinet consumes about 15 watts of electricity, which is like minuscule. There is also a 30 liter, a 50 liter and an 80 liter capacity is available. I was told that even a bigger capacity is available on order. So yes, if you have tons of equipments, of course you can call the dealer, distributor, place an order, and they will reach it to you. The cabinet also is lockable. Now, if you open it fully, the door stays like that. Once you are in this position, the door closes automatically, so that, you know, it prevents from any kind of, you know, humidity leaking into the cabinet for a long time if you happen to leave it inadvertently. So that's a good feature. Let's try and place some equipments in it. It's got lots of trays in this 120 liter version. Now the best way is to pull a tray out, okay, halfway out, place the equipments comfortably inside, and slide the tray back into its position. I'm also trying to purposely keep some oversized lenses. These are our Zine lenses which we acquired recently. Now, it won't go anywhere. So, what you are expected to do is to pull the tray out. Then what you can do is, there are these brackets which you can pull out very easily, readjust the size. So, and similarly on both ends, and it stays. Slide your tray in, and now this can accommodate much taller, wider lenses and equipment. So I have about 4 or 5 of these lenses. Let me try and put all of them inside, and there it goes. Another interesting feature of the tray is that it's got these raised edges which prevents any accidental, you know, rolling over of the lens. It can be pretty fatal if, you know, a lens rolls over. So that's an interesting feature too. So coming to the topmost tray, this tray has nicely contoured foam which is suitable for long lenses. Of course, you can take it and place it in whichever tray you like. So let's take a long lens. This is a 7200 Nikon. It's nicely contoured so that the lenses sits perfectly, very nicely inside. You can put more lenses there, the small lenses, so that it stays well. Okay. And yes, of course, then you close them and lock them, and voila. The controls are pretty simple. It's got a temperature readout and a humidity percentage readout. The temperature can be viewed in Fahrenheit and centigrade. So if you press and hold the top button, it'll switch to Fahrenheit, and press and hold again and it'll switch back to centigrade. Currently, it is showing 26.2 degrees centigrade, which is an average day temperature at this time. There is also a light inside, so you short press, and you get a series of LED lamps glowing inside, which is helpful if you are looking for a particular lens inside. I'm going to switch this back off. Now, the second adjustment that you have to do, obviously, is the humidity control, for which the third one is the bottommost switch. Press twice, you will see this readout blinking. While it's blinking, you can either increase required percentage or decrease by pressing the down arrow. So I'm going to keep it at 45 and press OK, which means now it's saying 38%. And now the circuitry inside will now work towards getting this up to 45 degrees and stay at 45 till you change the setting again. So you will have a constant temperature inside and a constant humidity inside, which is best suited for your equipments. So, do you really need a dry cabinet or a dehumidifier? Let's look at what are the other options that you have. Well, it is completely unnecessary for someone who lives in a dry area. But for the rest, either they have to take a chance with the nature, or look at handmade DIY stuff. Like I've seen, I myself have used hot packs with heaters inside and a bulb inside and all that. It's always a mess. Besides that, it's not safe either to leave it outside. Second option is to use a desiccator with silica gels inside. Now imagine how many desiccators you will require to keep so many equipments. Plus, it is a little clumsy too, because it's the edges of the desiccator has grease which can stick onto your hands and in turn get transferred onto the lens surface. It's not a secret that majority of us have gone through a lot of pain, a lot of struggle before we actually ended up with the kind of equipments we actually wanted to have. It took a lot of time, money, effort, all of that. And if you consider the cost of a cabinet like this, I'm sure it'll be only a fraction of the actual cost of your original investment. And leaving that to chance is probably not an option. So what do you think is prudent? What do you think is wise? Leaving your expensive equipment to the mercy of the Mother Nature, or intelligently invest in a dry cabinet? And of course, sleep peacefully. Hope you like this video, and if you like, don't forget to share, subscribe, like, and comment. And we hope to meet you soon with another interesting video. Bye for now.